Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been watching a lot of these videos about, reinventing yourself and reinventing your wardrobe, and it has kind of got me thinking of how I want to reinvent myself and the things that I kind of want to implement this year to my style. And I kind of want to know if you guys feel the same way as well. So I have 5 things here that I feel like me and you're kind of looking for ways to reinvent your style. Maybe these might help you, but these are kind of just things that I'm personally going to do or that I want to do for this year. So if you want to see what I'm going to be implementing and what my tips and tricks are going to be, can you see that I only talk about fragrance here most of the time? Please keep watching. So number one is I already have a pretty good grasp on what I like in terms of style wise. However, I think that I, moving forward this year, want to start mixing a lot more masculine and feminine clothing together. I am still very much a tomboy, and I think as I've gotten a little bit older, I'm like, okay, maybe I should start dressing a lot more like girly, but I don't necessarily feel like when I do that, it's always entirely me. Don't get me wrong, I love dresses and skirts. I don't love, but I'm getting there. I like it. But certain styles, like, I love. I like skirts, but I've noticed that I actually prefer skirts that are leather, have a bit more of an edge to it than something like super frilly and girly. So I think in that sense, I feel like the leather element with the really feminine type of skirt is kind of my way of mixing and matching those feminine and masculine energy elements together. So that I do have a leather skirt, and I'm like, you know what? I do like this with that or that with that. It's actually longer. But I think going through my wardrobe and trying on pieces that I don't always wear has kind of made me realize, okay, like I clearly have very specific style and things that I gravitate towards, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. How do I now kind of like implement that in some of the more girly things that I have? So that's definitely one of the things I definitely want to do is find a nice balance between um, masculine and feminine type of elements in my wardrobe to feel more like me because I grew up a tomboy, and I definitely feel like that girl is still in me. And I feel like when I pick my clothes, whether I'm conscious of it or not, I notice that she comes out, whether it's like me preferring obviously a lot more jeans and pants than skirts and dresses. I've kind of only now got into dresses as I've gotten a little older, but even that, it's not something, it's very in between. But yeah, let me know if maybe that's just me, but do you feel like you buy things, like you might buy the same, quote unquote, same thing and think that your style's all that different, but really not that much? Anyways, let me know if that makes any sense. The second thing that I'm actually really going to be doing this year to kind of elevate my style, and maybe you can too, and that's actually going to be focusing on buying more accessory pieces. So I've learned over the past, I'm going to say just last year alone, that I'm pretty basic when it comes to my wardrobe. So I like my neutrals for the most part. I have certain colors. So for screen, I realize is something I love, that the way that it looks on me, the color. I have some yellow, not too much, very limited color pieces. And I think I've discovered that I'm sticking to those color pieces if I am going to buy something in color. But sometimes because I tend to buy a lot of black, a lot of beige, nudes, those kinds of colors, that sometimes I've noticed that I've kind of gotten a little bored. But I believe I was watching someone else's YouTube channel, and she is actually Parisian. And I just got like I loved watching her video because at the end of it, she was just giving styles and tips. I'll actually link the channel that I was watching below, about like incorporating like vintage earrings and vintage jewelry. And when I started to Google, like, some vintage earrings and jewelry, honestly, I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely. Because I don't think I'm gonna veer that far off in terms of my color palette, at least not right now. I figured out the colors that I like and I'm kind of gonna stick to it. But even the colors I have, I don't wear them extremely often for me to go and spend an envelope on an entire new wardrobe. So it's kind of like, okay, well, how do I revamp the stuff that I already have? How do I elevate it where it still feels amazing to wear, but feels a little bit differently? So vintage rings, vintage earrings, vintage bracelets. I've seen beautiful ones and it's chunkier jewelry, and I know that I usually am a dainty jewelry type of person, but like for instance, I've noticed if I have like jeans and a white t-shirt on, like kind of putting it with like a chunkier earring or a statement ring or bracelet feels like I have a new outfit on. It feels like I took something that I've worn a million times and made it completely different without me having to go and buy anything. So that is something that I'm absolutely going to be implementing in my wardrobe. Also, when it comes to shoes and handbags, and these don't have to be expensive at all. I've noticed that I bought a pair of shoes last year. I'm going to show you. So usually I would never buy these, but I saw them. They were so cute, and I was actually shocked at how much I wore them. So I've had these for like a year now, are these silver Zara slingbacks, and it's a very, very low heel because we're not buying heels that we can't walk in anymore. And it's these beautiful slingbacks, this metallic silver color. And I got so much wear out of these shoes. I put them with an all denim outfit, denim and white plain t-shirt, sundress that I had. I wore these heels single-handedly, like almost the entire summer, of course, along with my white sneakers. But buying these shoes made me be like, oh my god, like the fact that it is a slingback, which gives it a really nice and classic element, but also the fact that it's silver, I feel like just put my outfits over the top. And I was like, okay, this is a way that I was able to take the clothes that I already have and kind of make them look differently. And this has almost become like a nude to me, which is so crazy to say, but it went with everything. I couldn't stop putting on these shoes, and of course, if you have like a silver belt or anything, that's even perfect. And I think it's just those little things, whether it's like your footwear, whether it's buying like not a very expensive, like really like a normal handbag, whether you want to get it from Amazon or get it from a designer, that can actually just make your outfit look a little bit differently. And then I feel like sometimes you figure out, okay, like I can wear this with that, or I can wear this with that. And if you're not sure, what I usually do is I will go to Canva and I will find the images or the shoes that I want, and I will try to make at least 5 to 6 outfits, whether it's with a handbag or whether it's with the shoes, to see if it's something that actually is going to fit into my wardrobe and that I can actually wear them with everyday pieces. And even, if I'm going out somewhere dressy, can I wear them with these silver shoes? And the same outfits I put together were the same outfits that I wore, and it worked like a charm. And I love these, and I love the fact that I bought them in a heel size that I can walk in, because I think that's so important, and that I can wear throughout the entire summer. And I think I had put it with an outfit. I will put it somewhere on the screen, where I was creating like New Year's outfits, and I put stockings with it, with a blazer dress, and the blazer dress had like these little details of silver. I stole it from my mom, and it looked so pretty. So yeah, that's something that I think I'm gonna be focusing on. Maybe some more maybe not any more shoes. Maybe not any more shoes unless they're really low. I'm not buying any more high heels that I can't walk in. The amount of donations I've had to do for really high heels. So if I find a shoe that I think is really cute with the right heel height that I think I'm missing right now. I'm not buying any other shoe unless it's like a black slingback, because for whatever reason I have a silver and I have a white, but I don't have a black. And I just realized that I think a few months ago, and I was like, okay. So that's probably the only thing that I need to add in for shoes this year. And I need to wear them and style them at least 5 times before I buy any other shoe. So yeah, shoes, bags, and earrings are going to be my way to jazz up my wardrobe for 2024, and a lot more of the shoes that I have, figuring out how to wear them with the outfits that I already have in my wardrobe. I'm going to shop my own closet a lot. So the third thing I'm actually going to be doing is, and let me know if maybe this is something that's going to be interesting to you. So I am going to go in store a lot more, hopefully, and I'm going to try on a lot more things, but not buy anything. So my goal for this year is to pretty much just spend some time in the mall, not to shop, but to try on different pieces, different cuts, different silhouettes to see what I really, really like. So I know that I love jeans. I don't think I need any more jeans. I think I'm okay. I have these two leather pants that I bought from Aritzia. Best thing I've ever bought. Straight leg, and I bought it online because they actually have tall, regular, and short. So if you're a petite girl like me, I'm 5'2", it is made for your measurements. But in terms of silhouettes, necklines, that is still something that I still go back and forth. I know I love a square neck because it shows off my collarbone, which I feel like is very flattering. But I want to try other things, other silhouettes, especially when it comes to blazers. So, like I said, I'm 5'2", and I love blazers, but I feel like they always hit me very, very long, and it cuts me off in a way that I don't necessarily love. So I have to make sure fitted and tight if I'm going to wear the blazers, which I don't always want to do. So I would love to kind of find blazers with a beautiful silhouette already in it. I have one from Mango that is beautiful, chef's kiss. I'd like a black one and I'd like a gray one, as well as finding cropped jackets. That is something that I noticed. I have a cropped leather jacket and a cropped jean jacket, and I noticed that when I put them on, it feels better. I feel more confident. I love the way it looks, and I'm always grabbing for them because I know it's an easy reach and I know the cut suits me very well. But I'm always curious to know what other cuts are out there that maybe I haven't tried, or maybe that there's something out there that I haven't discovered. So silk skirts are something that I'm pretty interested in trying. I don't really have any of those, to see if there's any silhouettes or any type of cuts or shapes, or even colors that maybe I might like or gravitate towards, to keep in mind that to kind of put things into my wardrobe, not for now, but more of like a tool and a guide for my body. Because sometimes I feel like you go in store and you try things on, and sometimes you get in your mind, you're like, well, if I had this body shape it would fit me differently. Or sometimes it's like maybe the clothes, we just need to change the clothes a little bit. Just because we see something on Instagram or see something on Pinterest, it looks beautiful on the model, and that's great and that's amazing, but it may not fit you, and there's nothing wrong with your body. It's just finding clothes that, you feel confident, or tweaking the size, tweaking the neckline, tweaking, where cuffs on your wrist, little things like that, I think definitely can change how you feel about your body and how you feel about getting dressed in the morning. So I'm very interested to kind of go in store and try some things on, try some different silhouettes on, even silhouettes that I'm not sure about. Because I don't know, maybe I really might like it, and I might go home and think about it for a few months and be like, oh, and that would have been nice with that. And then I could maybe invest in something like that. And I know that I liked the way I looked at it. So that is another one of my tips, is hopefully you guys want to do this with me too. Go in store and just try on so many different things, even silhouettes you don't think you might like. go in the change room, try it on, see how you feel, see how it fits your body, go up a size, go down a size, try a long skirt, try a short skirt. And if you do this, let me know how it goes. Let me know if you've learned anything. I can't wait to kind of explore a little bit and figure out more things that work for my body instead of trying to figure out how to fix my body. So that's definitely one of my tips for this year. And my very last one, I think, is the number 4. Just my very last one for me personally is going to be finding new ways to style the clothes that I already have. So I always swap out my winter and my spring and summer wardrobes. I don't have room to fit everything, and it just helps me see my sweaters, things like that. And as sometimes I'm going through my pants and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I haven't worn that before. And then I will go through my shirts and I'm like, this still has a tag. And I bought this 2.5 years ago. So sometimes I go through and I think there's so many different items I have that I could obviously wear, but I don't take the time to go through the bottoms that I have to figure out how I can style them or how I can wear them. And oftentimes I feel like we have so many things that are hanging in our closets that we bought and we don't remember. Or we pulled off the tag and it got stuffed somewhere in a drawer and we haven't seen. I have these beautiful wide leg leather pants that's like this really dark army green color, and I'm like, oh my god, these are so cute. Why have I never worn this before? And I think spending a day to pull out all the things that you haven't worn, like whether it be all the tops, all the bottoms, even maybe your shoes, and pairing them together and seeing what fits and what's not. Even if you come out with like 3 or 4 outfits, that's an outfit you didn't even realize you had, and that's money that you don't have to spend to buy something that you probably didn't realize was already in your closet to begin with. So I think discovering how to wear, your clothes just differently can also just take off the feeling of like needing or wanting new stuff. Most times it's wanting new stuff, I think, more than needing new stuff. So, for instance, I have a lot of silk dresses that I love, and I usually only wear them during the summertime. But this year I took some of my sweaters, put them over, and was able to kind of create what looks like a skirt. It's not though, but I think I was going through Pinterest and watching French channels of how they kind of interchange the wardrobes. One of the best things I've ever done. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. And like, who's gonna know that I have a dress under? No one's gonna know. But now I have 2 ways of wearing it. I can wear it in the summertime with just the dress, or I can wear it in the wintertime with a really oversized baggy knitwear, some, my high boots, and some tights, and look cute, and I didn't have to go and buy a skirt because I already had one. So yeah, those are literally a little bit of the tips that I want to implement for 2024 in terms of my style. So let me know if any of these resonated with you or what you want to do to reinvent your style for this year or just reinvent yourself in general. I hope you guys liked this video. It was a little bit different because normally I talk about fragrances, but this is something I kind of thought would be really, really fun, and I've been thinking about it. So please comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on this video if you like this kind of video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye! Oh, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I forgot that. Bye.